Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing a KTK Fairforge Swiss draft, and let's see how this will go. Perfect, money queue. And money. Ooh, good card though. Good card. Striker Leader seems fun. Other cards I like in this pack are the Mardu Woe Reaper, because I like to go low to the ground aggressive. Frostwalker, same thing. Typhoid Rat's a good card. Land's great. I like Butt Fight, but I've also found myself not playing it somewhat often, so not the greatest thing. Probably order here is Striker followed by Walker Reaper for me. Maybe we can get the Sky Captain back and go some sort of black-white base deck. Hooded Assassin back wouldn't be terrible. Where are we? I have no idea which one. Oh, here. Alright, so that guy hasn't picked yet. So we're not passing anything black that's going to force anyone into black, which is nice. Let's see what we can follow up with here. Executioner, I like this card a lot. Heel Cutter is great if I wanted to go aggro and attacking. Surveyor is also a good card. Those are probably the top 3 picks in this pack by a pretty wide margin. Next is Gore Swine, maybe Channel Harm. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's something to be aware of. And it's also something that you can play around if you know what you're doing, because with this card, if you remove the target, then the damage prevention stops. So the entire spell ends up getting fizzled, which is nice, but not something if you're casting it that you want your opponent to do. So we'll sort by color. Starting out in black is nice. I'm a fan of black in this format. Generally I find myself going black-white and then splashing either red or green or both. Once again because I like those low to the ground attack a lot decks, and that's what these colors do. Following up, ooh. So there's good cards. This pack is very good. Wow. So Alesha seems entertaining. River Prowler is good. Bathe in Dragonfire is also very good. Land is good. Sandblast is good. Emissary is okay. Whisk Away is good. Map the Waste I find a lot of people don't like, but I'm a fan of it in my Abzan decks and Sultai decks because I favor 2-drops. So I'm fine with doing this on turn 3 and turning something into a 3/3. Alicia just seems so fun. It's probably not the right pick. The right pick here is probably Bathe in Dragonfire, Sandblast, or the land. But we don't have to do things the correct way. God, just we're passing. I think we're gonna take this. Sandblast we're gonna take because we'll pass red, I guess. It seems so wrong. No, we're doing it. It's more fun. Then this pack. Black looks like it's not happening anymore. Blue looks good. Another Frostwalker. Soul Summons is okay. Land is good. We might just take the land here, honestly. On my own, I probably wouldn't be taking the land here because I wouldn't think to be... You know, that seems like a fairly smart pick, whereas I'm normally just a power drafter for the first few. I'd probably pick Frostwalker or Soul Summons. Soul Summons would be me just forcing Mardu. Whereas this leaves me more open. But another Frostwalker, Sign the Blues open. Hero's Reward, I find people generally value somewhat highly, which is fair because it does good things. It's a surprisingly competent combat trick. But we'll take the caves. This pack. So let's see. I like Reality Shift. Lets you deal with bombs. Humble Defector is a okay card at 2 mana, 2/1. Nothing to write home about though. Hooded Assassin's decent. Swiftwater Cliffs is a land, which is always good in this. I don't want to marry red, and I feel like I'm doing that if I pick Humble Defector here or Hooded Assassin over this land. Whereas this land keeps me open. I could end up in Sultai, maybe splashing Elisha if I have a deck that, you know, is low to the ground and can use that ability. So we'll just take the land for now. Wandering Champion, that's my kind of card. So I like this pack. These 3 cards are my favorite. Champion's a good card. I should probably pick Soul Emissary, actually. No, we'll go Champion. I think Champion has higher upside. No, with Executioner, I'm going to go Soul Emissary. And it keeps me in black. I'm not verging into other colors yet. Whiskaway's a very good card. These are just, I think, far and away the 3 best. Dismal Backwater, probably, 4th. Emissary. This is a pack that has cards. I don't think this is good. I want it to be good, but I don't think it is. Freet's okay. Backwater's probably going to be the pick here, just because, as you can tell, I'm just picking lands for now. I like to do this in the first pack, because I find if I don't pick them in the first pack, I end up scrambling in the later packs to try to find lands. Cunning Strike is a good card. Probably, it's a good card against us so far, but I don't think it's worth picking just over a land that will do things later. This would be kind of hedging into, well, hopefully we get a lot of warriors. We'd be a good warrior deck. 4 out of 4 warriors, but so I'm not going to pick land here because we're just so far off of white and blue. I'm going to take this Hooded Assassin. Break through the line could work somehow if we ended up really using this Alicia, but Alicia? Probably pronouncing it wrong. And so there's a lot of map waste going around, which is interesting. Something to be aware of. Wow, Frostwalker. We're gonna take the rats here, but wow. No respect for blue. Maybe we take it. So if we take the Frostwalker, we passed another Frostwalker, a Whiskaway, and some other very good cards. That could mean that blue is open. I'm going to take this for now, but that's probably the wrong pick. I don't think I like any of these cards. Maybe we end up going wide. War Flare is a good card. Mastodon's a good card. That's a lie. It's a perfectly serviceable card, but this card has pretty high upside if we end up in a Mardu go wide. So I'm going to take it. Jeskai Sage versus Map versus Sibsig Host. I don't think Sibsig's very good. Lightning Shrieker, I don't think is a very real card. I've played against it and struggled to beat it because someone drew it a couple times, but it's a Lava Axe. We're gonna put this on the side. Formless, I guess. Not a great card. Formless again. Host, Mardu, Rune Mark. I don't like the Rune Marks very much in this format. I don't like getting 2 for 1. Though I am fine with one in the sideboard because against some matchups, I've, been with a deck where where I know I need to pressure early and just hope they can't answer it. And sometimes that just happens, and that's a good card to do. Or to, force your opponent to answer it or struggle. So I'm taking the Bloodstained Mire because 2-point-something tickets is 2-point-something tickets. Other noteworthy cards, I would probably take the Injury if not for this. Abzan Guide is very good, same with the Soul Tie Charm. We could very easily be Abzan instead of Mardu. We just know we're black at this point. So the right pick here is definitely debatable. I think the Abzan Priest is very good if you're an Abzan. Kintree I quite like because, if I'm going to be an Abzan, I like having this butt fight and then some of those parapets. If we want to go wide, which this War Flare kind of leads us towards, Ponyback would be the pick here. But it's a difficult pick. Bondkin I think is just too bad. We want to pick something with power over it. Ponyback, it looks like we can pretty much just splash at this point if we ended up in Mardu anyways. Or if we ended up in, black, white, we could either splash red or be in green. If we end up in Abzan, we probably still splash the pony back. So I'll take the pony back and lean towards trying to build a low to the ground. Go wide. Type deck. Burnaway's removal. Very good removal at that. I like Bondkin a lot. Especially with Alesha. I could see if we're trying to go low to the ground picking the Bondkin over the Burnaway, but I think I just want to have an answer somewhere. And Burnaway is quite a good answer, so we're going to take that. And here, injury is very good. I think I just want the land. It's awkward that there's 2 lands in this pack. Yeah, there's a 3-color land. That's 3 colors we're looking to be. I'm just going to take it, not look back. We could finish just play blue on a splash if we wanted to. Another injury, pretty nice to get this. We've already passed 2. Maybe we somehow get 1 back. Speaking of splashing green. Oh, we actually don't have fixing for green. We just have fixing for blue. So, Patrol's a fine pick. These are obviously much higher upside. And this says power 2 or less. So this would be quite a good thing to return with Alesha. So we're going to take it, but I think green is going to end up being very open. We're going to take a playable here over this land that's kind of... The land would be, I think, hinging. But in this pack, we're going to take the land. Ooh, no, we're not. What am I saying? We're in red. So it looks like we're going to be black, red. Maybe splashing white is what we're going to do, is try to keep white in the later turns. Red can be in the earlier turns. I don't like Brave Sands, I don't think is playable. Blazebringer, I don't think is really playable either. It doesn't, like, do anything unless you're, you know, maybe in team or using this to turn on Ferocious for Savage Punches and stuff, but even then, there are so many better options that don't just die if you ever try to use it for anything real. Active Treason, I don't think we're going to be that deck. I could be wrong, but I'm just going to go with a sure playable. War Behemoth, Bondkin, Jungle Hollow. We have a lot of 3-drops already. So I don't think I want to pick these up. I'm looking at more of 2-drops, and then hopefully... I don't want just War Flare. I'd like a... whatever it's called. The other +2/+1 lifelink for warriors. Between these two, I would pick the warrior over. I guess we're low on playables. We're going to take the warrior. I don't like it. And immediately punished because... War Behemoth. So we just have infinite 3s. So this is a 2-drop now. Awaken's a combat trick that sometimes blows people out. Let's not get blown out. So we want not 3-drops now. That's pretty much it. A land or 2 would be nice. Dragon Throne, nope. I don't think this is playable in this format either. It's just so much mana. I really want it to be decent, but it's just not. There's a world where a banner gets played, I think, over it. Or we're more likely, I should say, to end up playing a banner than the off-color Dreadmaw. Thousand Winds, that sucks to go against. Mardu Charm is, you know, another 3. There's a chance Bondkin is better than Mardu Charm, but Mardu Charm serves as a removal, which I think is important at this point. So we're just going to go for another 3-drop. If we wheel this pony back, that would be great. I would, if we had another War Flare, or for some reason I can't think of the other +2/+1. We're just going to look that up. No, we're not. I'm not going to waste your time with that. But if we had, you know, another Trumpet Blast type effect, we might pick pony back over it. But we're going to go Mardu Charm. This pack. I don't think I want just actual Trumpet Blast, because I don't think it's very good. I want Scavenger because I mean, it's normally like a 3 mana, 4 mana, 3/3 flyer, which is fantastic. Passing. Nothing too relevant. If we get back the Trumpet Blast, we might end up playing it. That's about it. I'd like maybe a Bringlower, an Aerostorm, something along those lines. Bondkin we're going to take. Though maybe the land is better to take. I think we've passed another one of these this pack already, so I'm going to take the Bondkin. But I'm going to start really looking to pick up those lands because it's awkward, especially with 3 different colors in the 2-drop slot. Which this, I guess, could be a 3. But do we really want 11 3-drops? I mean, sure. This format does have quite a lot of, you know, people are always doing something on turn 3, but this is super committing to turn 3. Ah, dang it. This card's so good. We're taking it. But I don't know. This is definitely going to take, this deck's going to take some fine tuning because I don't want, this isn't in the deck. Hopefully this isn't in the deck. War Shriek, I think, is exactly what this deck wants because we get to play a Morph on turn 3, attack with it on turn 4, and then War Shriek into playing another Morph because we have so much to do with 3 mana. That's a great pickup for this deck. Kieran versus a land. I'm going to take the Kieran, I think. Yeah, Kieran I think is a greedier pick. But we're going to be greedy. This pack's not very good for me. I don't think I want white on turn 1. I don't think I want the Yeti for the double. Valley Dasher I don't think gets played in this deck. I think I'm just going to hate this Growth. No, is Growth really the kind of card that beats us? Yeah, it does. Maybe this. I guess this might come in out of the sideboard in some matchups. I'll put it in the main for now, but I don't think I want it in the main. Although now we've kind of switched to, this might be better. So we would be black and white in the early games, and then red in late games. This is perfect. Great pickup. So now let's just get a land or 2. That lets us, you know, dig deeper to get any lands that we might need or spells. Lets us throw lands to the bottom. Fuels Delve for the Scavenger. All around perfect for this. Wow, Savage Punch. So late. I think that's just very good against this deck, so I'm going to take it. Become Immense is also a very powerful card, I guess. I don't guess. That's definitely a very powerful card. But Punch is more selective. We're going to take this Trumpet Blast, but I hope we're not going to play it. Although we didn't see any of the white cards with that effect. Attendance. So going greedy. Ooh, that's a good pickup. I don't think that's what this deck wants. Nope. We didn't see any of the other +2/+1 effects, which now. Check. It's 4 mana. KTK. I play this format so much, it's just slipping my mind. That deck wasn't very good. Concentrate. Lights. Colored in what? Whatever, just show me this. Rush of Battle. That's what we were looking for. So now to build this deck, group creatures separately, and then I'm going to make the curve look like it actually is. I think I want Rise just to be able to deal with whatever my opponent puts forth. It's nice to have an end-all be-all. Burn Away is very close to that, but it doesn't kill some important things like the morph into a 6/7 in green. Some of the bombs get around it. Noteworthy cards we could bring in: Trumpet Blast. I mean, technically, any of these could come in. I don't think we want those. And I don't think we go quite wide enough to want just Trumpet Blast. There's a pretty big difference between Trumpet Blast and something like War Flare or like, let's read it, Russia Battle. That +1 toughness I find really makes a difference in this format, because there's so many, 2 power guys and 2 toughness guys that giving all of your AS +1/+1, so a lot of morphs become 4 3s, is great, because normally they're blocking with 2 power things, so it really makes it a struggle. This is probably a 3-drop. And our lands, we only have 3 because I was greedy. And one of them's not even a real one. Ugh. So greedy. So let's see. Given that I was greedy, is there anything that we should change about the deck? So really, what I would want to do is lessen the red mana requirements. So these 2 we can play as morphs at least, which is fine. 2 of those are removal spells. So we definitely don't want Trumpet Blast if that's the case. Let's see what this looks like. So in terms of our mana count, whoops. Stats. Do they not show the stats anymore? I swear they used to show stats. I never actually use it because I go the janky way. And I pull out a piece of paper, which I guess since this is a recording, we'll use paint instead. Paint. So what we have for our deck is, let's see how impressive we can make this. White, black. Oh, this is on fire. That's legible. White, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 symbols. Black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I only counted the Bondkins as 1 because I expect to morph them and then unmorph them. Red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. However, if we don't have a given color, how much does it strand cards in hand? Red would strand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. White would strand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So white is more important than red than this shows. So really, I'm going to view white as being closer to like 9 or 10 symbols. Ooh. Because really, I think it's going to have a little bit of extra weight. So what we have from fixing is we have 1 white, 3 black, 3 red, which is a nice start. We have 26 lands to go. And what am I saying? 14 lands to go. I probably want to get up to 9 on black, at least. So for now, we'll say I'm going to put in 6 here. That leaves 8. If I put 5 here and 2 here, that's not a very good looking mana base. So what I might want to do is I might end up taking out this War Shrieker for a War Behemoth, just because lessening that red requirement really makes a difference, I think. Is this... Oh, no, I'm running 23 spells. That's what's wrong. I need to take out a spell. We're going to take out... If we're considering the War Shrieker, is that still what I want to take out? Maybe a Bondkin comes out. Let's take out a Bondkin. how much of a difference does that make? That opens up another land slot. So I'd probably make this a 6. This a 3. Because I was counting wrong before, I think. So now I have 15 land slots open. If I use it like this, that puts me to 7, 9, and 6. Which I don't think is perfect. I think I'm a little hesitant on that. I wish I had 1 or 2 more dual lands, but I got greedy and picked other things over them. Just based on how many 3-drops we had, I should have probably been picking lands over, you know, Bondkins or Behemoths, you know, just generic morphs at some point. And I'm gonna look back at this and see if I was or was not. Whoops. But if we do this, that looks like it'll make the best mana base that we can get. Moto disagrees with us because we said 6/6/3. So what this gives us is 6 red sources. Check. Nine black sources. Check. And 7 whites. Check. So now let's see, double check and make sure this is actually what we want for the build and for the mana base. We definitely want white and black in the early game. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 symbols in cards that would sit in our hand if we don't have a black mana source. So that's pretty significant, so it's definitely good that that's the number 1 color. Like I said, this mana base isn't quite what I was hoping for. Normally I will want... This would be okay if I was more focused in one color. What I prefer is maybe if I only had 3 cards that I was splashing in, let's say red, and I was black-white with the rest of it. I'll play, you know, 3 mana, you know, fixing lands. I'll be okay with, because if I don't have red, I'm only, you know, stranding 3 cards in hand. But this is a pretty solidly 3-color deck. It's not core 2 colors splash another one. And for this kind of deck, I'll want closer to 5 dual lands. Another Nomad Post probably would work well instead of, you know, 2 dual lands, 1 tri-land would be okay, but it's close. Alright, I'll submit. See you at the beginning of the next round, or first round.